Okay, so I'm gonna try to make commentary live. So yeah, welcome to Nioh 2 any% with DLCs. It's gonna be featherless basically. I think the runs with DLCs are more optimal featherless, but I could be wrong there. I just don't really like feathers, so I don't really mess around with that. I know that they suffer on some parts of the DLC at the very least, so I think so. But yeah, so on featherless we use the Maeda clan. Okay, pick up the sword and the axe. Proceed to Guardian Spirit selection. We pick up the Makami because Makami is the best one of the three to start with. And yeah, onwards to the first mission. I gotta say this is on PC, and I'm using the load remover that I made myself. Feels okay, man. So far, I don't know anyone else who has used it. Shame on you, other runners. SMH. But yeah, here we just spend our stamina here, or ki rather. I don't know why I said stamina. And then we change to nothing on. There's like the only reason why I take off everything instead of well, there's two reasons, I guess. Everything instead of just only a few things and that's it, is because it makes menuing easier for when I get the things that I actually want to equip. And then also the fact that you know, I just like how it looks. Pick up some more spirit stones and whatnot while we continue. They're gonna be useful later. We're gonna have to grab a key that is guarded by an Enki in a dark realm area. Or Yoka realm. We have it right there. There are some glitches that you can use in this game, which I'm not gonna use. But either way, you would not be able to use them until finishing the first region, really. So yeah, this is Mizuki, a horse. They turned Mizuki into quite the iconic monster for the Nioh series, it seems. Even how it was present in Wolong, and then also on the demo of the Nioh 3 Alpha. And yeah, we just get rid of his key once again, grapple, and we skip the extra grapple animation. That was actually pretty fast. And now we want to have some axe drops. Nice, that's really good. Black steel axe, perfect. So I'm gonna order by level. Just get rid of some pop-ups, prepare a little bit the skill menu. And yeah, we continue. I did get like an accessory, but it's not really relevant. Like, it can give you a little bit of an edge, but it's just really not gonna matter much. I prefer to have like the menu ready and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that people know a little bit of Nioh and how to play it. You know, things like stances, keep pulsing, skills, fluxing, all that stuff. So next up is gonna be a fight against Nippon Natara, and we are interested in not finishing the fight too soon because we want to build up proficiency and also anima. We want to have like around 7 anima, over 7 anima at least. If we get more, then that's better, but you know. If we can get like a relatively fast fight, or fights, you will see why. And then also around that anima, then that's good enough. Okay, so we're gonna just get rid of this yokai pool. Okay, so just try to look for an opening. That's about it. Like after the second slam, that's good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna hit a few more, and that's actually a pretty fast fight. We don't care about anything that he drops for the speedrun. We don't really need it. I'm gonna change to the axe and drop attack this Gaki. Shoutouts to Cooper. He loves Gakis. Some more items to use later. Just key right there. We want to have as much key as possible without wasting time when entering this part, so you know we don't have to worry about recovering key. Okay, we still don't have a skill point from Axe Proficiency. We want it for Heaven on Earth. But in theory, I think with the next couple of hits, we should get it. Yeah, we get that Spirit Stone, also important. We run through the fire, drop down here, get up here, switch to the axe, lock on. Okay, we still need to do one more. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare a little bit my the menu here. Let's see. What? Didn't I? What? Whatever. That's not supposed to happen like that, but it's fine. Okay, we get this shrine, we level up to 10 magic. Could also go 8, but it's gonna speed up the levels later a little bit. I don't need to worry about getting more magic. We slot in 2 purification talismans. We don't forget about our skill points, you know, proficiency and whatnot. So we do the same thing as before, and that's good enough. Switch to the sword. We buff, and while we buff, we get the Heaven on Earth, which is gonna be necessary for this. And I prep the menu. Skip, dash there, Heaven on Earth. Unlock, root counter, Nezuki. Oh, I didn't get it. That's bad. It's okay. We're gonna get the safer version, I guess. Okay. More Heaven on Earth. So yeah, this fight was not that great, honestly. But you know, it's fine. Good enough. We got the Demon Axe, that's actually really good. Demon Axe is gonna be super useful. In fact, if I don't get another Demon Axe now on Yatsu no Kami, I will actually use this one against Imagawa. How do you guys like the commentary so far? I'm doing like a... Right now I'm just going with optimal route, strats and whatnot. Maybe at some point I might switch to just safety strats. I'm just doing like a... like a mix between commentary run and, you know, actual run, where I grind for a very fast time. Okay, so we get rid of that those menu pop-ups, because otherwise we'll have to deal with them later. Yeah, not very comfy. Sadly I couldn't avoid that. I was a bit too late. Use the Spirit Stone to guarantee the setup on the Yatsuno Kami, because otherwise we might miss certain amount of Amrita meter to get the Yokai shift when we want it. So it's gonna be like a way to guarantee that happening. We heal here just in case. We go around to not trigger the snake lady, Nureona. We pet the cat, and meanwhile we get flux. There's also a setup for the anima meter, because if I cancel the animation, not only I cannot menu while I pet the cat, because I'm not petting the cat, but I also, like, I might be too early on the anima. Okay. Okay, so we don't actually want to get rid of his key completely. Never mind, he just really wanted us to get rid of his key. So we're gonna just buff again. Mezuki. There we go. So yeah, this is not the ideal fight, but it's just like sometimes just RNG just doesn't let you actually do the fight that you want. GG's. Couldn't do the usual strat, but it's fine. It happens. Cannot always do what you want. In fact, most of the times you cannot. Okay, prepare the menu there. Like, very insightful, kinda didn't know if we were allowed to talk. Yeah, you can talk, for sure. Like, it's just... I'm just gonna be commenting, and if you guys talk, it's better, honestly. In fact, I will never tell you guys to shut up. Unless you're saying something stupid, then maybe I will tell you. Otherwise, no. I very much prefer people talking around. It's much nicer. Okay, so we go to the next region. We equip, of course, Yatsuno Kami. It's gonna be one of the most important, you know, the two top yokai abilities in the round. Earlier we were using Mezuki for certain setups, but right now Mezuki is not gonna be as useful as Yatsuno Kami. So yeah, we switched to that. So we do this dojo. It's gonna help us get certain skills, including Flux 2. Masterful Slice, I think it's also necessary for this. I don't remember exactly if it was or not, but I think it was. And then also things like Titanic Strength. So, and Mad Spinner 2 as well. So it's very, very nice to do. We prep the menu for Samurai. And here I'm gonna do something that I incorporated relatively recently, like in the last couple of days or something like that. This Water Amulet is an optimization, so I have to menu less on the shrine. Like, I actually skipped the shrine in this place. I used to level up in this mission, but now I don't. I level up on the next region before Tatanimoke. So we backflip, thank you. Unlock this while he's talking, and then we just move on. Now we have some time to prep the menu a little bit there. There is an important reason why I said the thing about the Demon Axe, and why the Demon Axe is so useful. Right now I didn't have to make any decision regarding the axes to take. But if I had gotten, for example, a Bandit Axe, sometimes a Bandit Axe can be also the same thing, but, you know, let's just assume that it was like a Bandit Axe that was not like a corrupted base one, like a standard one. Then I would still go with the Demon Axe, because it lets me do a particular strat in this next fight, and unless things go weird, then you should be able to see it. It's actually pretty funny. Get this Travel Amulet. It's the second Travel Amulet that we get, of a total of 3. The third one is going to be on the first DLC, you know, first mission on the first DLC. and you know you're gonna be using it in certain parts of the run. Okay, so we buff with Water Amulet because that way we don't have to slot in the magic just yet. Shoot him in the head, he falls, and we just kind of destroy him, honestly. What? Okay, I got a weird input right there. It's fine. Now you're gonna see why I do things like this. This is why the Demon Axe is so good. That's why. The confusion setup just allows you to do that. It's very fucking strong. Okay, we don't need to do anything right now on the menu. And we move on to the next mission. So yeah, you don't need the Demon Axe, but it's gonna help you with that fight. It is a bit awkward when you get to that moment on the fight and you have to switch. I did a misinput somehow. I don't know exactly how that happened, but you know, I didn't input things properly and kind of messed up a little bit the strat, but you know, didn't matter too much. Imagine if this is actually the run, like, and I don't think so, honestly. Like, the likelihood is very low. But imagine if this is the run, I'm just like actually just talking about all the strats. Not all the strats, because there's a lot of things that I leave behind. There's a lot of small details that I cannot do. I cannot explain in a live run. It is basically impossible. Okay. So yeah, we animation cancelled that bridge activation. You know, that lever activation for the bridge. And while we wait for things to happen, then we use Res Parallel because we need that anima meter high for the fight. Then on the door we just do some menu while we wait for the animation to play. You cannot animation cancel the door opening on the barred doors. You can do it on the doors that are not barred, but on those, yeah, you cannot. And the animation is kind of like a 2 times animation, and just if you cancel the bar, you know, the animation of removing the bar, it's just the bar falls again. It just doesn't really work. That's my least favorite level, experience wise. Let me think about it. Okay, so Kamaitachi is very random. Also, the game lagged right there. That was kind of unfortunate. Okay. Gonna use Jatsu no Kami right there. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna get away a little bit. It's okay. Oh yeah, fun fact. Not many people know this, but besides Kamaitachi being a bitch, the brute counter actually has a small amount of iframes. Sometimes it feels like he really doesn't, but you know, I keep seeing like moments where I use it in certain specific animations, like on wake up animations or something like that, and then I can actually iframe through the attack that would normally hit me. So it's a funny thing. I don't know if it's just like a hitbox thing rather than iframes or whatever, but it feels like iframes at least. It's like something that is just so specific that I don't know if I can guarantee that it is correct that it's just iframes, but It definitely feels like iframes. Maybe someone knows. Yeah, Yatsu no Kami really good for not only damage but red key damage especially. By red key damage I mean like the maximum key damage. I think it is the right term. I never really use that term. So we menu while we wait for the elevator. We get maximum anima. Not anima, Amrita, sorry. Amrita meter. Set more things on the shortcuts. Yeah, the thing is like I can't do it consistently on like the things I never do it on runs because you do something way better in runs. But I can do it consistently on, or at least I could do it consistently back in the days against Kasha. Like her wake up attack, I could consistently iframe it with Brute back in the days. Okay, so the next fight we're gonna be using Yokai Shift, as you can guess, otherwise I wouldn't have maxed the Amrita meter, of course. And it's gonna be a fight of paying attention to what they do, like whether they block or not, especially. So I'm gonna start the fight immediately. I have almost full. I'm not gonna buff actually, because my meter is basically full. So if I buff, I would just lose it. So yeah, right there. See how like the boss blocked the attack? That means that he's gonna do something else afterwards. And it's likely that that is gonna happen. So I'm getting really unlucky. Yeah, extremely unlucky. Oh, this is the worst kind of death, sadly. Oh, here. Like on that death, I would have reset 100%. Like that's just incredibly slow to die there. Oh, fuck off. Memes. Yeah, I'm getting super memed. Yeah, I'm getting really fucking unlucky. Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah, okay, whatever. They're calling me, damn insane. Oh man. Yeah. See that time loss? And this is where the motivation to comment just kind of goes out the window. We buy an axe because we don't have damage otherwise, and I take forever to equip it because yeah, I'm just not focused anymore. I know the run is shit. No, I don't have time. Oh, we get that rifle animation, just in case. They are calling me again. I've been doing some runs lately, and you keep getting grabbed by the boss, by the by Saito Ishitatsu. Usually, it's just like you can tell when it's gonna go for the grab or some move or whatever. It's when you like if you're doing runs with Axe at least, it's when it starts blocking, especially if it does 2 blocks. If it does 2 blocks, then it is basically very likely that it's gonna try to grab you. Okay, clay bell of beckoning, important for later. I'm gonna do some menu over here. Okay, come on, let's just refocus and just... Man, that was very, very annoying. Okay, we get level up all in courage. Yatsuno Kami on Masaru. Water, lightning. Yeah, the thing is, like, even if you know exactly what to do, like, there's still so many memes that can happen in this game. Like, it's very little things that are consistent in this game in regards to fights. Okay, so we prepare the axe. As soon as we see the fight, we use the Guardian Spirit attack, talisman or whatever. Dash into that. Okay, there we go. It's always tense, this moment, because he can do so many memes. But yeah, that was a parry right there on wake up attack. Very important to do. Alright, let's continue. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the chance to, like, since the Lord Remover is a thing. Okay, let's go. It feels so weird. Sorry. As if you are still wearing your work outfit. What? Maybe... Is it like a bit like maybe light-headed? Something like that? Something similar to that, Dennis? Yeah. I should probably like add something for that, like I don't know what exactly. Like you can do that, but not too much. I don't know how much of a leeway I can give. I guess just... Yeah, probably just like on cutscenes or something. I don't know. Like you wear a hairnet when working, but it feels like you're still wearing it. Is it the feeling like if you had like a spider web on your hair or something? Okay, we prep the menu for the axe skill. Titanic strength, which is going to be very important. We set up the menu for the items, because we're going to use it next. Pick up this item. It doesn't do anything, so we can just go. Otherwise you need to bait the attack and dodge it or something like that. Now, there are different strats here. You can also use arrows and lightning and whatnot, but I feel like that setup is very sketchy and not very consistent. So I prefer to just do like to buff like with purity and just do the fight from there. So we buff with purity, dodge the first attack, bait another attack, dodge, over here, cover an nerf, counter there. Yatsuno Kami. There we go. Always make sure to get some bounces out of your Yatsuno Kami. Parry. Hippos, 1, 2, 3. Hippos. Parry. Yatsuno Kami. Parry. He can do a few things. He can do that attack. He can also do... Okay, this is good enough. He can also do the skill that you can get from him. But yeah, GG's. That's basically the fight. Yeah, Swirly, yeah, that one. Yes. Thank you for giving the example game. That's exactly the one. That skill. Swirly is what? Yeah, you can also parry that one. No. Is that the first time that he drops it on a run? So you don't need any of his equipment that he drops because he's never gonna drop like an axe or something. But he drops Lumicide crystals and those are really good. So you know, watch out for those. Okay, so up next is Skip. That is pretty sketchy, but I managed to find a way to get it a bit safer. Why do I mainly level? Strength? No, stamina is the thing that I level the most. In fact, it's gonna be the thing that I level, like the only thing that I level after the next time that I level up. I'm gonna get this just for safety, because this run is very slow. Very bad, so we don't really care. We don't go for speed anymore. You're not supposed to get hit by that, but you know, whatever. Just go a bit more to the left. Dodge that as soon as it appears. We get these 2 red spire lilies. We avoid that instead of going right where you're not supposed to go. More red spire lilies. And now here we go over here and we make it so he doesn't get triggered, he doesn't aggro, so we can go our merry way to the boss. It is slower than doing it directly, but it's way safer. Like, it is actually safe. We buff, we counter through that first attack. We do Heaven and Earth here after doing the first attack there. More Heaven and Earth, and then Yatsuno Kami. More Heaven and Earth. We can do high stance strong attack, then flux 2, then we do a quick attack, then we counter. Okay, I didn't do it right, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do it right. We'll do it again, whatever. I guess I'll just show the fight properly now. So escape the cat and buff, dodge, one attack, wait, heaven and earth, another heaven and earth, Yasuno Kami. I'm not gonna use the there we go. Okay, I'm gonna buff with lightning. Then we're gonna do heaven and earth, flux 2, titanic strength, Yasuno Kami. And that finishes the fight. We got another Lumicide crystal. So we didn't get an axe. You can get goes to 10 or axe, I think it is. Well, whatever, an axe from this fight. But if you don't, then you can either get a pickaxe, which is a bit faster to get, or you can get like a heavyweight axe, I think, from the blacksmith. So that's what I'm gonna do. Blacksmith. Oh, if you see a clay bell of beckoning, you could also get it, especially if you're not going omega fast yet. It's gonna help you in some parts if you need it. So yeah, this is the last time that you're gonna need to buy an axe if you don't get a drop. If you don't get a drop on Enenra or Yatsuno Kami, you can buy an axe before Imagawa. If you don't get an axe on Kamaitachi or Saito Ishitatsu, you can buy an axe before Tetremoke. And then, you know, if you don't get an axe past that point, then you can buy an axe now, like I did now. Yeah, there's a lot of RNG for sure. It has a mix of knowledge, skill, and RNG. It is what it is, you know, welcome to speedrunning. Some runs have less RNG, of course, but yeah. Overall, it is what it is. Now, here on this one, it depends on what you get. If you see her take out the cannon, you can just go directly. But if you don't, then you go here, and when you hear the cannon, you can go. But I made a mistake. Yes, you can go, but for whatever reason I didn't do the cancel. Ideally, you want to do this, you know, like cancel. But I didn't do it because I don't know. But you could see that you had time to do the cancel, then get away a little bit, and then go forward. I just, for whatever reason, decided not to do it. You're all over how the runs that I don't have time to do more. You can switch to Makami at this point. You use 2 Lumicide crystals if you have them, otherwise you use large Amrita crystals. Lumicide crystal is better, obviously, because it gives you more experience, so you can level up more. And I'm doing like a commentary run, kinda. It started pretty well, but I don't know, I just... I get some runs going, and then something terrible happens, and the run is shit. You know? Like... I mean, now I'm not as focused as I would be in an actual run. but yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it was partially my fault. It was partially my fault because I didn't control the thing. So 11 Constitution, 12 skill, and then the rest on stamina. Which if you use 2 Lumisite crystals is gonna be, you know, that amount, 12 in total. Change to Shirohami and give it the Yatsuno Kami. Because we're gonna get some benefits from the poison and all that stuff. Use 1 Lantern Plant Fruit to have enough counter fuel, so to speak, you know, burst counter fuel. Buff, and you get passes to the afterlife. Buff with water, eh? Now here, high stance strong attack is mainly what you want to do. Gonna watch out for what he does as well, of course. In that moment, you can just do this. Yeah, there we go. Heaven and Earth. No, Titanic Strength and then a counter. Usually when you see humans blocking, you can start doing like 1 Keeples, 1 Keeples, 1 Keeples. Tends to work pretty well on most humans. And that's Psycho. So yeah, since I'm not gonna do more runs of this category for a while, I'll just decide to do like a commentary run. Okay, switch to the axe while dropping. Skip the cutscene, buff with purity. Don't lock on. Make sure to dodge those swipes. Heaven or Nerf. Shenanigans. Okay, if he's low enough, you can just do this and then do Yatsuno Kami. Okay, ideally you hit the head instead of like the, you know, what I'm hitting right there. You can rebuff here. Heaven or Nerf. Once again. Flax 2 or flax into that. Then you can do that. Buff into lightning, go to the head, grapple, and finish the fight. You can switch to brute because that's a bit faster. Get Mud Spinner 2. If you have 3, you can go for Barrier Talisman. You can get this and that, you know, all of that I just got right there, which is damage boost to stamina. And Masterful Slice, and then some, you know, basically the key pulls, stance skills kind of deal. There we go. You missed Yatsuno Kami. I wonder if we're gonna see Yatsuno Kami on Nioh 3. Okay, so we move on to the Frenzied Blaze, which is where Kasha resides. So for the record, on this, I guess I can show you later, but on this category on PC, if you're very fast overall, you can get a very low, like sub 105, like maybe you can get a 103, or maybe even less, you know, if it's a god run, 100%. And then with DLCs, around that 130 would be the time. Okay, so animation cancel, petting the cat. We get the cat for several reasons. The main one being you are immune to blue fire when you have a Scampus buff on you. Don't ask me why, it just works. Cats are overpowered as fuck. And yeah, we're getting the Yatagarasu set while we recover our key. We use 2 large spirit stones or equivalent. And yeah, we have 4 pieces of the Yatagarasu set for the 5% extra damage. Doing runs that incorporate a lot of soul cores, where I miss destroying stuff with Yatsuno Kami and Kasha. Yeah, it happens. There's some setups that I used to do with Tataremoke, for example. Okay, if you see this, then you're gonna have to, like, you kind of have to deal with whatever the Wheel Monk does. If it does like the dash one instead of the jumps, it's more comfy. But ideally he doesn't do anything and you just ignore him. Sadly that was not the case now. So for Kasha, Heaven and Earth and 5 times the strong attacks, and then you Yokai, pop, then you broad counter, she falls again, then you just grapple, you Yatsu no Kami, and then you hit her twice, and then she's dead. Okay, so yeah, she will always, like the thing will always spawn there, but I keep forgetting where to go. Yeah, it's pretty much the fight. Like it's a very easy fight once you get rid of her key. You just pop Yokai Shift to grapple, broad counter, 1 through 3, key pulse, grapple, Yatsu no Kami, 1, 2, 3, or you know, whatever you need to finish her. If you're doing level 1, obviously you're gonna need a few more hits, but yeah. Now we have Kasha. We slotted in Kasha with Masaru. We're gonna search this, but we're not gonna grab anything because we don't care about it. We just care about the speed buff. We use the Red Spot Lily. Same thing here. We're gonna switch here. We're gonna lock onto the crystal. There we go. Use Yatsu no Kami to get rid of that. The Odachi guys are extremely dangerous and scary in good runs. So yeah, watch out for those. Okay, Red Spot Lily. We're gonna use 3 Spirit Stones, I think. Yeah, we're gonna use 3. And then as soon as we are done gathering all the spirit, we can switch to Shirohame, you know, the brute. We keep zooming. We switch to axe. And we hold the aiming button. We shoot immediately. Right there, like that. We buff over here. We try Procure to get rid of his key. Yatsu no Kami when he's low enough. And then you pop Yokai Shift. You can do several things, but I like to do it like this. It's a bit safer. There we go. And this should finish. GG's. That's a really good fight, actually. Shame the run is shit. Make sure to grab the Ryomen Sukuna Soul Core. Also, I switch to Shirohame. Yes. I have been avoiding getting getting the soul cores that I don't need. Because yes, sure, they give you shielding proficiency, and I used to go for that a lot, but you know, you end up just losing a lot of time just to get in like the these pop-ups like this one. Obviously, this one we need because we want the Riemann Sukuna soul core, but you know, when you don't need it, it is a bit of a time waste. So I'll probably maybe edit this a little bit. Edit this run just for the sake of commentary shenanigans. Just cut out certain parts that are like not really necessary or don't really apport anything because we already went through. I mean, unless this is PV, then not, but yeah. Okay, we prepare a little bit there. Yeah, we use the Riemann Sukuna soul core. Make sure to go around the place a little bit and get Riemann Sukuna axe. Dodge whatever he does and just go past. And now here, pay attention. Switch to the rifle. We get this item. Items. Yoru cannon and hand cannon ammunition. We like both, but like we want both. But the Yoru cannon is there for safety because we could get better cannons, yes, but it is also likely that we don't get any cannon and we are gonna use a cannon. So yeah, skip, buff with water, dodge the first thing, then we can do this, heaven and earth. Okay, calm down, Mataza. What the fuck are you doing, bro? What is this guy doing? He's crazy. Okay, we can start doing this Titanic Strength, and then he's just miming very hard. Like, what the fuck is going on with Mataza? Okay, we switch for the confusion setup. Oh, come on, bro. Seriously? Okay, now we do the same thing as with Imagawa, but it requires a bit more. And yeah, we finished the fight. That was really bad. Wow. We get this. We're gonna level up all in stamina. It's like 10 levels or more. Switch to Nekomata, Yatsunokami, Kasha. Now you can do this as well, like you can go through. But you don't need to go through. In fact, I normally don't go through because I don't really trust it. And it doesn't save you that much time. But yeah, you can click through like that. Okay, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to press that. Fuck, what is going on? Okay, I was supposed to buff like right at the start of the fight, but I didn't do that. Heaven and earth. Yeah, I'm not doing things properly. Whatever. Well. Okay. We buff here. It's not gonna be the same because the setup for the sentience bar is gonna be different, but you know, whatever. Heaven and earth. Then we use Riemann Sukuna. The music is gone for whatever reason. Grapple. We buff again. Heaven and earth. We use Yatsunokami this time around. Now we can buff with water. That's an Okami. And it's over. So you can do it like that. But ideally you don't need to. Anyways. Going very, very slow, man. Okay, so on the map here, we go to the right, we get prayer wreaths, and we go back. Right there. Okay, see ya, Dennis. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Okay. Search here for the same reason as on the previous times, just for the buff. Though this one is maybe not as worthwhile because you're likely to get hit, but you know, whatever. Okay, we use two. No, we use one actually. It is a bit better to use one. Large Spirit Stone. Okay, save a little bit of key, and then we just go in. There we go. So the prayer bits that we got earlier are for making it so we don't trigger certain yokais early, so we can just kinda go through easier. Yeah, switch to Shirohami. Switch to Axe. Buff. And now here we're gonna shoot Tokichiro in the head. Dash forward. One. Final blow. Strong attack. Now, I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I didn't need to do it at that point, but you know, that's what you would normally do if you didn't have the meter like that, which is normally what happens. Whatever. Okay, so we go here, and now this is a good moment to do this menu and get the Yoryukan Rider. Okay. More hand cannon ammunition. We can get this. It is a bit risky, but you know, we can do it. Also this. There's some arrows over here for later. Also the speed buff. Yep. What is going on, man? Like, this is insane. Yeah, if there's anything else that you guys are curious about, let me know. Like some doubts. A lot of things I comment also on, not only the tutorial, of course, which is a bit outdated, but you know, the tutorial. But also like on the GDQ run, for example. Okay, Pop Yokai, no, you know the one, Kasha, you know. We get some Lantern Plant Fruit and we buff and we get to the boss. Meme Tone, yeah. I mean, better on a shit run like this one than on a good run, right? Okay. So as soon as he's debuffed, we just release the Kasha and he just ignores the mechanics of the game because he's that kind of boss that just ignores the mechanic of the game. Great, okay, so I cannot show you any good strat because I get minked on all the time. Okay, so you can grapple and then insta use Kasha and that just basically just kills. Oh, not here, the other way. What the fuck is up with the drops? Okay, so if you don't get like a lot of buff right there, so ideally you just dash all the way here with the buff and you're able to just get it on the first shot. So you can either be fast after beating the boss, so you get the buff from just the anima, you know, the Amrita from the boss, or you just do that. Okay, so I'm gonna pet here. Right there. I'm still, like to this day, I still don't know what is the most worthwhile thing to get after the, you know. After the first few shifling. Okay, so I didn't get this right, but in theory I should not die here. Okay, so dodge this, get on between the knuckles. Kasha for elemental damage. As long as you're still on within the knuckles, you can still do this. You might want to. There we go. So as soon as that happens, you can just go here. Okay, you can do Yatunokami to break a bit earlier the knuckles. Use Kasha. You can also go from here. There we go. I think that is enough. I think. Maybe not. It's close. Forgot exactly the amount that was necessary. But yeah, can get this. You can menu the magic there if you haven't done that yet. You get that and that. You get the sword. And yeah, you can get like a Kintaro axe, which is really good. But if not, it is okay. It doesn't matter too much. So you just dash, 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 dash. Skip and then dash, dash, dash. Then here we talk to our mother. And as soon as you see Byodoin, you do one more. You say yes, and then you continue. Like I just look at Byodoin and I know there's gonna be one more dialogue that I need to skip, and then I need to select the first option and say yes. Okay, so yeah, you just spam the X, you know, the confirmation, and get on with the mission. Again, this is just for glitchless. Not like if you do glitches, there's a lot of things that are different. Of course. Okay, so look for the splitting gem right there. And meanwhile, you can menu for the wave swimmer. Or, you know, like the demon's maul, sorry. Okay, so you get the Clavel of Beckoning right there. And the game crashed. Wow. It has never crashed on me since I came back. Let's go. No. Speeding jump. You don't need to use the speedy gem, by the way. Like, you can use it in some other place instead, and then here just use a different thing. But the setup that I use is this one. Okay, so match spinner. There we go. And then over here, I'll always have enough for this. 2 small spirit stones, and then I set up a little bit of skill customization. Cancel. Okay, you can do this, and then you pop your guy shift, and then you just dash, and then you do the skip. Tasha, and as long as she doesn't go on vacation, you should be able to break that. Now, it is probably not super optimal to do that, but actually before I do that, let me do this. Stamina, Rambling Earth, not stamina. Sorry, slice. Okay, so it's probably not super optimal to do this, but you know, I like to do it here. You can level up 10 stamina. Something that I haven't mentioned is that you could, okay, just bait an attack here and just go in. You could technically also go for the set of Kawanami set, but it is not consistent. It requires more investment on stats that you don't actually use. So yeah, what is up, Momiji? Good afternoon. Welcome to this commentary round because I don't have time for more runs. So yeah, this match spinner, shenanigans. Two of them. Go down. Okay, as soon as you're around here, you can use Clavel of Beckoning. You should have at least 2. Switch to the axe. Buff. Heaven and Earth. Just watch out for what he does though. Another Heaven and Earth. Okay, now this is a good time. Now, Raven Sukuna. He's debuffed with Confusion. And you just keep going. Grapple. Distance yourself. Buff again with Purity. Heaven and Earth. Flux. Titanic Strength. Flux. Rumbling Earth. That. Hold Yoga Shift. Now, special, Peoples, Fang Break, Ramen Sukuna, and then you know, that's what counting. Depending on where you are, it's gonna be a bit faster than that because he just kind of moved away from an optimal place, but you know, that's the idea. Shoot and dodgy club is always gonna be there. I like to always go for it, even if I get something else, because that way I know that my setups are gonna be consistent. Yeah, at that point, obviously, the water is not water anymore. It's just a texture without the water hitbox, so to speak. Okay, so right here, we're gonna dash for a while, then we're gonna use one Lantern Bran Fruit, and then we're gonna use 3 Spirit Stones. That's gonna be good enough. Then we switch to Axe and also to the buffing things. We buff immediately. Oh, come on. Ah, it's so awkward. There we go, heaven and earth. Well, of course he just gets away because he's an asshole. Let's go. Now here you charge, then Gremlin Sukuna. More Yatanokami and finish the fight. He's bad in random, so you know, it is what it is. You get this. This time around, you don't worry about picking up extra stuff besides like the Lady Osakabe. Like you can get the extra stuff, that's what I mean. You can do that as well. Just prepare that menu a little bit, just in case you get a better cannon. It's gonna make it a bit faster. Now here on Yatsunokami, it's gonna be easier. Training for Nioh 3 speedrun? No, it's not really training for Nioh 3 speedrun because it's gonna be quite different. But it's more like doing things that I want to do with Nioh 2 before we get Nioh 3, pretty much. Okay, you can do this as well. You can do this fight in several ways, but yeah, that's how I did it now. It allows you to do the fight in multiple ways that are, you know, are valid. So we didn't get a cannon or anything. We're not worried about it though. Really? Okay, so here we switch to Makami once again. Yatsunokami. And here Yatsunokami also, we updated. Switch to Makami. More buff with Purity. Heaven on Earth. Once again. Yatsunokami. Pop Yoga Shift. Put counter. 1, 2, 3 for good measure. And she's dead. Okay. So now we can do a little bit of menu here. Because we are waiting for that guy to do his shenanigans. And now here, right at the start of the fight, we're gonna go to the right. almost perpendicular, like around here, something like that. And we start shooting it with the cannon. Make sure to also zoom in. And one more. Boom. We skip that phase. We go straight to the second phase. Flux 2. Mad spinner shenanigans. Okay. We can just leave that there because it will just kill anyways. I think maybe it didn't. No, it did not. Okay, so I guess it was a bit more optimistic than I thought. Whatever. Usually it's good enough, but I guess maybe Kasha went on vacation or something. Oh, great, amazing. Yeah, that is always very nice to see. Mad spinner. Oh, we finished the fight right there. I always don't know what to do in this menu, honestly. We switch to a bow. How you break it down? Yeah, I would break it down more if I had a bit more energy. And I was more motivated because the run is, you know, this run is a bit too shit, but you know, whatever. Thing is, like, I don't know, like, and maybe I should do this more often, but I cannot do it like every time. It's like, you know, it's pretty rough on several levels to try to do this every time. I made a load remover for light split on PC, and that's what I'm using. Okay, so Morning Moon here. I didn't update my sword. There we go. Now we should be able to one-shot it with that. Can do another Lumicide crystal right there to get the buff and whatnot. We get this red spire lily, a large speed stone. Okay. So this should be a one shot. No, not enough then, insane. Depending on the sword that you have, you can just one shot them. Sadly, this time around, I don't have a good enough sword. Catching Koji is a pain in the ass, but you know, we can destroy him as long as things don't go too terrible. Okay, preparing a little bit the menu while my key recovers. There we go. Now we can level up here. All in stamina. For more damage on the axe. With pet here. The main reason why I don't cancel the animation there is because there's a non-zero chance of me cancelling that, and then it doesn't refresh the, what is it called, the buff from the cats. Okay, so Tokichiro 2 is a piece of shit, but with some luck he won't be too much of a piece of shit. We basically spam Titanic Strength on the fight. Use Kasha right there. Yeah, that was very unlucky, sadly. Okay, GG's. So yeah, even if it goes badly, like it's still not. If it doesn't go like super terrible, you can still do that pretty fast. Okay. So you don't want to see that attack at all, like the fire attack that he just did earlier, because it's like it doesn't really let you punish that much at all. Like it doesn't really let you punish. Okay, so this is not optimal, but you know whatever. We're gonna go for it. Another Kasha. We just want to do damage. There we go. We have 3 cats, our anima recovery is very fast. We pop Yokai Shift as soon as we summon Kasha. That's an Okami. There we go. Easy clap. Yeah, for sure. Between the anima gain and the extra key damage and even damage, honestly, they do a little bit of damage as well. It's really nice. Okay, so yeah, this is a cutscene mission. Kill him faster than you could type, yeah. If it goes right, then yeah, that happens. The thing is, like, the first phase wasn't that great, honestly. You can get it much better, but it's just completely RNG, whether you can get it or not. Alright, so now next up is William. In any percent without DLCs, you don't really want to do it like this, but with DLCs, I'm gonna just have the sword out instead of the axe, just for the sake of proficiency. Skill points or not. I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna do this. Just to get a bit of an advantage. And yeah, you start doing that. And now if it lets you, you strong attack. Boom. You can do a couple, then that's an Okami. Boom. Just like that. Switch to Nekomata because that's faster. So after beating, like when I'm doing like the execution on Takemaru, I will be menuing for the DLC. But if you're doing any percent, you don't do the DLCs, then the best thing that you can do is just go to the menu and change it so you don't pick up anything. In fact, you can do it like sooner than that even. No, I didn't do it, but ideally you want to do the... You use the Lumicide Crystal earlier before dropping. I was thinking about the commentary and I was not thinking about it. And then you use it here, this one. Lumicide Crystal or Large Spirit Stone, you know, whatever you have. You know, if you have the Lumicide Crystal, better. Just for the experience. I'm gonna get this, you don't need it. It's just for safety. Now you start the fight with Makami. Very important. Brute Spirit. You know, Brute Yokai Shift kinda. Come on, bro. Stupid Magatsu warrior, man, I swear. Ah. So yeah, very important. Open, switch to the axe or the shooting doji club. Now you skip the cutscene, you buff with water, then you start shooting twice, and then you dodge. You wait for a finisher like this, and then you do Ramen Earth, and then you use that, and then not get super unlucky like I did. Oh man, like how the fuck can I get can I do commentary on this game if I just keep getting memed RNG? Like extremely meme RNG. I'll just do this and just pop this now, whatever. It's not what you're supposed to do, but you know, he doesn't do what he's supposed to do either, so whatever. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do that menu, but you remember about the other thing. If you're not doing this. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna prep here. Actually no, I forgot about this. Masterful Slice. I'm gonna do it now. This is what I was supposed to do. And then I'm supposed to stamina there. And then do that, yeah. That's for with DLCs. You don't do that on 90%, obviously. Then you pick up all of these things. You just only care about the sword, Tokagemaru, and the axe, demon axe. But you know, whatever. And if you're doing 90%, you just go past everything and you just finish as fast as possible. What if they're gonna stop these face change animations in Nioh 3 so the boss can actually fight back? I don't know. A second of your gameplay, though. Okay, so now onwards to the DLCs. Hopefully I can show something decent. But you know, like this run has been absolutely fucking full of memes. There's a lot of RNG in this run. Like I like the run in general. There's quite a skill involved, knowledge involved, strats and all that stuff. But sometimes the RNG is like too much. This run before Takemaru, you would not get it in a real run. Because the only reason you would get it is if you expect to die. Or if you're doing like a marathon run or a commentary run like this one. Something like that. Where you just want to finish the run. If you just want to finish the run, yeah, get it. If you want to go fast, like as fast as possible, don't get it. What am I doing? Yeah, I was supposed to do a cancel, but I didn't do it. Whatever. I'm like not focusing at all. No. Everyone with a face change uses those animations, even just a tuna face change is just free damage. We have that talisman that repels projectiles. Ah, come on. Whatever. Okay, see ya, Momiji. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy breakfast. If I have energy, maybe I'll do a stream tonight, but it's gonna be like very, very short. Otherwise, maybe I'll just record something off a stream. Okay, we're gonna level up. Everything on hard. Ready jutsu. Undo water, unlining, get 3 barrier talismans. And we move on. Get this red spot later. Buff. We prepare this menu for in just a moment. So after Benki, we're gonna do a menu. In regards to what I was saying with Otakemaru, since we need the Demon Axe and the Tokagamaru and whatnot, especially the Demon Axe, honestly. Tokagamaru not so much because we're gonna get something else later, but you know it's still gonna be like relevant, partially. But yeah, use Kasha. We can get rid of the purity. Do some heaven and earth. We can do some of this. Make it finish the fight. There we go. So speak, and as soon as you see like the dots, there we go. We can do the menu. Oh fuck! What? Here. What happened, man? So there, you do that, obviously faster than that because I did a very slow menu. Yeah, you don't have to worry about picking up random shit that you don't need. Well, besides the soul cores. And there's also some random loot that is like materials. But, you know, for the most part, yeah. Come on. Now, hopefully you don't get grabbed here. I'm actually gonna get this. There's a shortcut that you can get. It's pretty slow to get, but, you know, if you just want to finish a run, you can do this. You can buff here. You can change to the axe now, or you can do it a bit later, but you make sure that you change to the axe when you are actually attacking. Dodge that, you can start doing Kasha if you want. Watch out for this, switch and counter, otherwise it's not gonna be very easy to counter that with Pharaoh. You can use more Kashas if you see that. You can dodge like that. You can go pretty ham in this part of the run, or you know, this part of the fight. Now you counter that late as well. Now you wait, pop, and you start charging. 1, 2, 3, 4, until you get the snake, or you get super unlucky and then you cannot do anything. Amazing. Welcome to this tutorial on how to get incredibly unlucky while doing speedruns in this beautiful game. Anyways, I'm gonna just there. Hopefully you got more or less the idea of what you needed to do. Again, this is not a tutorial, this is just commentary. Ah, man. The most loyal samurai. Yeah. All things return to crab. Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. Was it like a cancergenation? Cancers. Ah, what is it? What is the term in English? I think in Spanish it's cancercificación or something like that. Can you look it up? Carcinification, maybe? It's like one of those terms that I just kind of... Carcinization. Yeah, carcinization. Thank you. Pro tip, don't dodge like that and then get hit, because then you die. Anyways, with all of this, just make sure to go through a few of them. Normally you shouldn't worry too much about it, you will get it naturally. But you just get the full Rita meter and anima as well. So you don't need to use any items in this mission to get to that, which is really nice actually. Now for the fight against what is it called? I always forget. Minamoto Nishitsune. For the fight against him, you could do it in several ways. You can go full axe, or you can do sword. Like, I'm unsure on what's the best way. Like, if you get lucky, the best way is with the axe. But you know, depending on your luck, sword is actually pretty nice. It's just, you're gonna lack more damage. So you know, it just really depends. You can rebuff here if you want. Okay, so this is a safety shrine. You don't want it if you want to go fast. And we just move on. So here you can use buff if you want here, and then with this. And then right at the start you just want to go right behind him. You just dash and get behind. And then north. Boom. Dodge. Fast and strong attack. Same thing here. If you can get him early, then the better. This is really good actually. Perfect setup pretty much. Switch. He pulls. You can parry that if you don't suck at timing things. Oh man. Okay, that was not great. Still not over, but you know. Should be over now, right? No? No, it's not. Damn, thank you. That was pretty bad. Ah, man. You can finish the fight with the yokai if you know, don't fuck up too much. Then you can get the same start, but then you finish the fight with the yokai shift. You just need to get the fang break properly and use the yokai abilities efficiently. Yeah. Kusanagi Tsurugi over there, we're gonna use it soon. Oh, I forgot to... Well, I guess I'll just skip it. I forgot to split XD. Doesn't matter anyways. Now, this fight, it can go several ways. Depending on your luck. But we're gonna start like this by filling up the Amrita meter. As soon as it's full, we can switch to the other one because we just wanted the buff right there. Heal just in case. Enter the fight, switch to Axe. Skip cutscene and start buffing with the Kick High Talisman. She does this. Coming Earth. That. There we go, that's perfect. Period counter, as soon as there's movement. Fun break. And then you get unlucky. That's how it goes. What? How? Fuck off, man! Like, this is so bullshit. So yeah, no matter what you do, chances are you're still gonna have to deal with bullshit. You have another shot if that happens. So let's go again. I feel like she's immune to getting like first right. It feels like in runs. Like lately, I just don't get first tries on her at all. Great. Okay, so alternatively, you can also do this. Pop your guy shift, and the same thing again. Movement, and you parry. That's the tummy, and you start doing the things bombs. and you finish the fight. Boom. I don't know, like she's allergic to getting first right, I guess. I don't know. You can use Kekai around here. I say Kekai, I know it's barrier in this game, but in Nioh 1 is Kekai, and Kekai means barrier. It's one of the things that I miss about Nioh 1, like the original names. Fuck off. Like, seriously, fuck off. That's such a free fucking hit on me. For no fucking reason. Safety's run. You don't want it if you're going fast. Buff. So the main reason why I get the Kusanagi Tsurugi is to be able to keep pulse out of the block, because in this next fight that's pretty useful. We use the Respire Lily. And then we buff, we switch to the bow. And we just shoot twice. Dodge. Ah man, why always this fucking thing move? So yeah, I knew he was gonna do that because, yeah. Okay, now. Pop Kasha. So if you see that he does that shit, you know, that bullshit move, then you're gonna have to wait. Because if he does the... what is... fuck. If he does like the whip move on the ground and whatnot, then yeah, it's basically GG's on the fastest strat. So you need to wait for him to recover the key and then do it. Otherwise, he's gonna just get out of the strat. But if he doesn't do it, and you can bring him down fast, then you can do the same strat, but you know, without waiting. I won the fucking Red Spar Lily, thank you. You don't really need it, honestly. We have more Red Spar Lilies than we need at this point. But, you know, whatever. In fact, you can just do this as well. Like, you can get this instead. Maybe use Lantern Plant Fruit. Because right now we don't really need the full Red Spell Lily, but you know, whatever. So it's probably better to just get the last one that I just got and use Lantern Plant Fruit instead, and then skip the other one. It's probably a bit better because it also sets up the cart that we went past a moment ago. Okay, so cancel this one. This one is more important to cancel than the other ones because it's gonna. If you can cancel that, then you're gonna be out of trouble. We can buff here. You can hit this guy because you hate him. And get in. Okay, morning moon, flags, that, and then you can get away like that. Oh, fuck. This, then Kasha, and then you start doing Mad Spinner. Wait for Kasha to appear again, and you can do it again. And you can finish with Heaven and Earth, and grapple. That's the fight. You don't need to pick up anything, because you remember you still have the cat and everything, so it really is not necessary. This is the safety shrine. We're gonna get another shrine later, like in this same mission, but you know, if you want to be extra safe, then go for that one. You can buff here. Now here, after opening this door, don't get too close to the left, you just go more to the right here, and then look for the left. Like if you go to the right, you're very likely to. Wow. Doesn't matter, you get unlucky anyways, or I get unlucky anyways. That doesn't happen in runs, but whatever. Better now than otherwise. So yeah, safety shrine saving our ass, I guess. But yeah, like on the right there's this enemy that can actually murder your ass, but you know, if you get very unlucky, then you still die because unlucky. You know, memes. Like this guy right there. What? Bro. The guy on the right is sketchy. Depending on what you do, it might be on the left, so watch out for that. It's typically on the right, but sometimes it's on the left. I'm not sure why. Like I haven't seen it on the left since I started doing runs on PC, but I remember on PS5 it being on the left sometimes. Oh yeah, by the way, because we have the prayer bits, we can go around there without detecting, you know, without Nioh proccing. If you don't have prayer bits, then that doesn't work. Let me show you. This thing right here, stealth yokai enemies. If you don't have that, or something equivalent, then Nioh is gonna trigger, and you're not gonna be happy about that. Okay, so we got grabbed, so we'll be turned around. So need to watch out. And then do this. Oh, come on. Yes, fuck you. Fuck you. This guy is a piece of shit. Yes, this is part of the commentary. It is mandatory that I say that, because it is objectively true. He's a big piece of shit. Okay, now I can finish the fight. Switch to the cat, you know, to the feral spirit. Buff. Dodge. Go again. So here the key is the Kasha. Kasha is the key. Now when she does that, you can do this as well. Just be careful about the lining. Yep, like that. That can hit you. You can rebuff here as well. Cake High Talisman is pretty good here in this fight. It's actually very important. When I say Cake High again, it's barrier. And you can finish the fight here. Like that. There we go. Now, if you get this this soul core, you can do escape, but between the action of getting it, meaning that you get the time loss for the soul core thing after mission or not, and everything, it's not very worthwhile. It's just not worthwhile for the remaining of the run. If you were to get something equivalent to this soul core earlier on the run, maybe it would have been worth it. But this late into the run, there's only one usage of it in terms of like time save usage, and it doesn't really compensate. So yeah, we'll go to the last DLC, the third DLC. Ah, man. So here we now we have a soul core box in our property, so we can equip it. And this soul core box has Omnius Pact, which allows us to use yokai abilities without having enough anima. Just with the caveat that that then will be owing anima, so to speak, right? So we'll have to either wait, for that to recover, or just gain more anima naturally. So you can use a Lumicide Crystal here, and then we can use a couple of Spirit Stones. But yeah, I guess I don't need to tell anyone that even if you have that mechanic of owing, sorry. Fuck off, man. What is this RNG in this run? Like, everything is just a fucking meme. Like, this room is just... Out of 10 times, only 1 time is a meme. And, of course, it is this run. Anyways, did I get the key even? I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I don't have to tell anyone that even if you have this owing mechanic, if you use it smart, it is actually much better to have this owing mechanic, as long as you can get it, you can use it early, than not having it. It is much better. So yeah, I got it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get the cat once again. I'm gonna get a shortcut, but usually what I would do is I would just buff with Kekai here and then move on to the boss, but I'm gonna drop here instead. Okay, so now we're gonna enter the fight, and then as soon as the fight starts, we're gonna start buffing with Purity. Then we dodge the first thing. Morning Moon, yeah. And then, you know, same as with the other fights before, we try to go for this setup. There we go, this is good. Yokai shift. We can pop Kasha, we switch. Ah, come on. That's not cool. Parry. It's very important to get the parries in this fight, by the way. Not that you need to get too many, but you know, it is important if you can get them. Okay, so this next shrine is also a safety shrine. Then gonna have a little time to do things after this. So that's the last safety, well, second to last actually, safety shrine, because technically there's another one. But you know. Did I not get what? Remember to break the barrels that give you like key region and whatnot. Yeah, this one's. So you can also get this for the shortcut. Doesn't take too much time if you already have the shrine. Buff with Purity. High stuns. Cover on Earth. And you flash attack, and then you start doing like, you know, this strat with the sword, and then you pop Kasha, and you start doing match spinner. Before it fills up, then oh, never mind, it filled up already. That's okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Pop your guy shift. I'll finish the fight. You don't need to pop yokai shift and all that stuff, but you know, it can save you. Like that fight can go better, for sure. That's a gold, damn. Even getting the shrine and everything. Yeah, haven't gotten good attempts in this fight, I guess. So only 3 fights left. One of them being a boss. Guess which fight is the easiest one? Especially if things don't go smooth. Okay, I get this. It's Speedrun gem. Come back here. There's parallel here. Can take that. Speedrun gem there. Yeah, Nightmare Ringer is the easiest one. I mean, technically, I mean, if it goes smoothly, what is it called? the Suiki is easier. Or the other two are easier, right? Like you need to do less things. But Suiki tends to go pretty easy. Like it doesn't tend to give you too many issues. Ongyoki will give you a lot of issues almost every time. Because he's an asshole. Yeah. Okay, so we can level up here if you want to. I'm not too sure if this is really that good of a level up, honestly. But yeah, you can. It's just only 5 levels. And you can switch, because we prefer the blood counter here. I can't wait for the game to just give me something that makes it worse, but for the vast majority of cases, the blood counter here is much better for the setup. Buff, buff, lock on, heaven and earth, boom, you switch, Kasha, heaven and earth, boom. See, like usually, like Suiki is dead easy. Like it's just you do that and it works. Sometimes she decides to do something weird, but that's usually how it goes. Now on Gyoki, on the other hand, you cannot do the same thing, sadly. Both enemies, by the way, have the same property in regards to this particular thing, which is that you can grapple them and then pop Yokai Shift and grapple them again, just like with Yatsunokami, or you didn't see it, but also Kamaitachi. So yeah, here, you can just do this. Definitely very useful on level 1 runs. Sorry for the sound, that is my alarm. Because I'm taking a bit long to finish the stream. So you can just do this, you know, it's the last fight, so you don't need to worry about that. So I could get the shrine, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna buff here and just gonna show you the setup for whenever you're going fast. And yeah, here the main issue is the start of the fight. He likes to just backdash a lot. But besides that, yeah, it's pretty easy. Just use the sword key shenanigans. There we go. We use Yatsunokami. 1, 2. Yatsunokami. 1, 2. Heaven and Earth. Heaven and Earth. Pop Yokai Shift. Switch to Makami. 1, 2, 3. For example. Roll this. It's gonna be better. You can do Yatsunokami. Counter that. Another Yatsunokami because reasons. Yatsunokami. It's basically something like that. You have to improvise a little bit, depending on what you get, but it's basically like that. Now, I do this because I don't need to worry about items being on the way. So this was a very fast last split, actually. This is the gold. GG's. Then farming golds. This. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna go over the splits or anything like that. This is basically the run. Hopefully everything went clear. I'm gonna edit it a little bit on YouTube. Like for YouTube, I'll just upload it. But you know, there's a lot of things missing. You can check other runs that I've done in the past, including the tutorials and all that stuff. There's updated stuff. Like this is basically updated strats. You know, this is my new strat. Everything is new. It's just that, you know, RNG and shenanigans just happened, and it was not always working. You know, I couldn't always go for it, but you know. You can look into that with the tutorials and other runs that I've done and whatnot. So yeah, thank you for watching, people on YouTube. Thank you for watching, people on the stream, both YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, I'm gonna peace out right now. See you around.